Hello, lovely people of YouTube. It's Friday morning and I'm James. Welcome to the show. This is just a quick update. It's a fantastic Friday. Crypto's on the move and I think we're going to have a big crypto weekend. So probably not a lot of sleep this weekend, maybe taking positions all night long. Last time I did that was in Zanzibar and it was a weekend as well. Crypto often moves on the weekends because of low liquidity and the opportunity for market makers to drive the prices through key levels like we're seeing right now. So perhaps this weekend's the go. So I've got a small account here. I'm actually showing these positions. I showed you these about 2 weeks ago. I've got 1.3 Bitcoin now, sort of pretty close to the top. It's a small position. I want to add a lot more to that. I've also got 2 Ethereum coins. Remember, I only had 1, so I added some more on the dip. We sort of shuffled these positions around. And then on XRP, 5,000. But again, this is a sort of new position because we've taken profit, shuffled things around, moved things about. My average position on Bitcoin is 84,000, XRP is about $2, and Ethereum about 2,500. So we're in really good profit. These positions here just indicate where these tops are really and where we need to break through. But I think these positions will form the base for the next rally, and that these will be, well, these tops will be the bottom, so to speak. It'll be resistance turn support. So as soon as we break out and close above the highs on all 3 of these, I'll be adding some more size. And of course, I'll be letting my private group know. We're all pretty active trading in crypto now. And I've now, just for this weekend and probably going forward, put a crypto channel up on our private group. So check out the links below. I'm running a discount at the moment for the private group. And actually, this weekend's the last chance to get in before we raise the prices because we're adding a whole bunch more stuff. Much more exciting things coming along. So go and check that out. The links are below. And if you're not interested in that, at least subscribe to this channel and press the like button. That would be much appreciated. So let's start with currencies. We have nothing on the euro, looking to buy dips. I'm long on the pound, as you know. Once again, I'll refer you back to yesterday's live stream. I've covered all of this in some detail. 3 tranches on the pound, 2 in profit, 1 slightly out of the money so far. I'm also short on the dollar Japanese yen. Just took that position yesterday morning, waiting for this to break down. Follow roughly the red path. This is going to be a slow process, but, you know, I've got some time and patience. As long as the carry costs don't get overwhelming, which they can do over time. That's actually obviously the reason why this chart struggles to move down, the dollar yen, simply because of the carry costs and the reason, you know, people buy stuff using and borrowing in Japanese yen because it's cheap to borrow. So it's difficult to get this chart moving down, but I think we will eventually follow this path. Big support here at 140, the key support on this chart in this crowning pattern. And then the next support down here at 127. As you can see, this path isn't quick or fast, and actually the end of this path is towards the end of 2026. So don't expect any great fireworks, but sometimes we can see these big sell-offs when we get these panic unwinds of the carry trade. So I'm still short on that one, and long on the Aussie dollar. This one's taking its merry old time. Didn't work out anything like I thought it might. Chart patterns never really do, if you're honest about it, no matter how much we rely upon them. But eventually the symmetry of this pattern didn't play out. We've gone on for far too long, but I think we've now formed a low against the 100-period moving average, and it would be a good idea to buy dips on the Aussie now, in my opinion. We were short on the GJ, or pound Japanese yen, from the top. We got out at the bottom, as you know. I signaled that over the last couple of days. That was fortunate because it's rallied up since there. Only to the 20-period moving average, and if you're looking to sell this, it might be a good zone right here on GJ, pound Japanese yen. But we are short on EJ, euro Japanese yen. Slightly out of the money on this one, and holding up pretty well, but also under the 20-period moving average and the top 200-period Bollinger Band. So there's hope for that one. Let's swing across to stocks. After taking a tremendous amount of profit on the NASDAQ and the S&P, that's not a brag, it's just a fact. We had a really good run. Some of it was luck, some of it was skill. We've now gone long again. This morning at about 5 a.m. my time, I initiated 2 new long positions, one in the NASDAQ, one in the S&P. After having taken profit at the top on both of these yesterday, and then I was a little concerned, obviously, with that big sell-off we saw late in the day yesterday, but we did pick up later. I'm also long on MSTR. This is going gangbusters. People seem to like that term. Long right from the bottom at the 100-period moving average, as you should be. And then if you're trading it and buying, that's a good place to be buying. And then Tesla, we're long as well. We got long outside the triangle, once again at the 100-period moving average, a level which played an important role in many of these trades. We're now inside this triangle. We've got to get through the 50, the red line, the 200, the purple line above us. We have broken above the 20. We now need to break out through the triangle top and then return to it, something like this, in order to get this rally going. So watch out for that. The best play would be to wait for the breakout and then the dip before buying on Tesla. I'm also long on Coinbase. That's languishing, not doing that well, but not dropping down at least. Big volume block where we are currently. Bit of a gap above us, which we could fall into. As you can see, there's a big gap on this chart. And then Nvidia, we're short. Right, on energies, looking to get long on URA into dips, probably down to 36, but more likely 32. still long on UEC. We haven't seen a black or a red candle on UEC for weeks and weeks now. Well, maybe two tiny black candles. I'm still short on WTI oil. That's moving down nicely, having now broken down through this short and very flat rising bottom trend line, heading down to the order block. Next stop 55 at this double bottom low, and then I think we'll get down there below there to 50 and the channel bottom, and I think this will take time as well. Much like the dollar yen, it's difficult to get oil prices moving down, and it's often a messy process. And then on natural gas, we're still long. We got long hedged for a brief period. We got long again on that spike down and then that short recovery. We held the 20-day moving average, we held the channel, and we held the 50-day moving average, and we held the channel center line. So all quite bullish. And despite the fact that we broke through the top but failed into the order block, we did actually clear the top. The top has now been broken, or weakened at least. So pretty good. I think that's okay. Next stop 320 and then 325. And then up into this gap over here at about 340 to 350, big order block up there and some volume. And I think if we can move up through 375, the key pivotal level for natural gas and the market structural break area, we could see back to the top of the range or the channel and then higher. It's turning out to be what looks like a very grand and large bull flag, perhaps on natural gas. And if we hold this bottom here, the target could be much, much higher, probably another $2.50 above this current level, which would take us to above $5. That looks like the most likely case, folks, unless we fail this channel bottom, and that's the key and only level that really matters at the moment. And we'll be watching that with keenness today as we approach the weekend and the usual Friday sell-off. Going to this chart, we're still long on the dollar ZAR, South African rand. I think there's foreign manipulation in this currency, nefarious activity, shouldn't be as strong. I don't even want to get into the politics of it all right now. I'd rather stay out of it, but there's something weird, super weird going on. The VIX is moving down as stocks are moving up, and no trade on there. Once again, just to remind you, I only buy the VIX in the green block and as close to the bottom of the green block as possible. Treasury is moving up, TLT breaking up through that trend line. This is really good news. We've got another channel top or falling wedge top above us and the 200 period moving average to get through. So still some work ahead for us on TLT, but that's looking okay for the first time in a while. And as we watch that, you can see treasuries are still holding support. We need to break down below there and below there, get down through the tariff whipsaw low to get this moving on its way. And then to finish off, softs and grains, quite remarkable yesterday. Nothing much to talk about on the top row. We're still long on sugar, short on cocoa, short on coffee, nothing on orange juice. But the bottom row is where all the action was, and we had a big rally on lit, looking fantastic. We had a substantial rally on wheat from the bottom of this falling wedge, so that's also looking great. We're long from the bottom. And we also had a bounce on cotton, which was charming, I suppose, off the channel bottom there as well. Tiny little bounce in comparison to the other one, but looking okay. And we're also long on cotton, and that's just dribbling around within this very broad sideways range. I do like it though, and I think we'll take off rather than move down. Folks, if you enjoyed that, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. And I'll be live on Ola Prime TV at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time today. So take care. Make sure to check out the links below for my private group. Prices are going up on Sunday, and there are discounts available still. Take care. Bye.
I'm James the Hedgehog, sharp with the spread. Spikes on my back, Bloomberg in my head. Small frame, big brain, live on the floor. Running these charts like a four-legged law. Delta neutral when I strut the ring. Arbitrage flex with a volatility swing. You panic in red, I sip tea in green. Wrist so tight, it squeaks on screen.
The hedge fund funk, he don't play no game. Sharp little creature in the capital lane. Market rolls over, he curls up tight, then pops out, swinging with the breakout bite. A hedge fund funk, spines on